Hello everyone, MarvelDCFan here with the next LP that we're doing, and we're doing a game that is very special to me, something I've been playing for a very long time, and as if you can tell by the title of the video and that little branch of white text, all copyright stuff, you know, the gist of it. We are playing Hulk Ultimate Destruction, developed by the wonderful folks over at Radical Entertainment, who are no longer with us. So sad. Rest in peace, Radical. So, yeah. So I was debating on what to do next. Originally, I was going to look at the 2003 Hulk game, the one based on the movie, and I realized that by the time I got around to recording it, like, we'd already be, well, I mean, I wasn't going to hook up the GameCube right away just for that, so I do have some games down the line that are going to take advantage of the GameCube, but, like, I just didn't feel like hooking it up right away. So I figured, because I've been in a Hulk sort of mood as of lately, I figured I'd come back and play Ultimate Destruction again. Ultimate Destruction, I think, is just the superior game. I mean, yeah, it is still the best Hulk game that has come out, and nothing has topped it since then. So yeah, I think this, you know, at some point I was thinking of doing like a playthrough for some games I've already reviewed, and I guess there's no better place than starting off with such a fantastic game in its own right. So yeah, this game came out in 2005, and it was, at the time, it was one of the best superhero games that had come out at that point. I mean, this was still, let's see, 2006. It's still 4 years from Arkham Asylum coming out. Spider-Man 2 came out the previous year and kind of just revolutionized, you know, superhero games at that point. So it was nice that we were getting, you know, quality. And I mean, this was a time for Marvel games too, because not only did we have Spider-Man 2 Ultimate Destruction, there was like Ultimate Spider-Man, and then there was a whole bunch of hodgepodge weird games like Marvel Nemesis and Ultimate Alliance, which was the year after. So yeah, there was a weird gap with games at that point. So there were a lot of quality titles, but there were also some real misses. And I feel like for the most part, we're in a pretty good era now with, you know, the Spider-Man games, Guardians of the Galaxy. Not all of them hit the mark, unfortunately, like, you know, Avengers and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. But, you know, there's more good than there is bad. And there is still stuff to look forward to, like Motive's Iron Man game I'm really excited about. Especially since the Dead Space remake is out and people have been raving about that, and apparently it's been doing well. So I'm looking forward to trying out what they have in store for Iron Man. So yeah, we got ourselves a tutorial. For the longest time when I was a kid, I just kind of, I mean, I was like 6 years old when I played this. So I didn't really catch on to the fact that it's basically a dude controlling a VR version of the Hulk. I just always assumed that he just put the headset on and then Hulk was just in this crater. It's stupid, but I mean, you know, as a kid, you're not really paying attention. You're just more or less like having fun with the game. But this is actually a pretty good tutorial, all things considered. It gives you the basics for, you know, the main functions you're going to be using, and it's also read by Ron Perlman, who is a titan of the voice acting circle, and also just an actor in general. Like, he's great as Hellboy and a bunch of other, projects he's in. Sons of Anarchy, and I think Ron Perlman's great. So I guess I should get into what the general idea for the playthrough is going to look like. So for the first half of the game, it's going to be just, your standard, because right before I started this is technically a New Game Plus run. So I'm replaying the story from my review save. So about halfway through, we're going to be activating a couple of cheat codes. Mainly, it's just going to be double damage and double health pickups, because some of the enemies are going to be rampant, and we're going to need all the health we can get if we're going to be, smashing these guys. So, but yeah, I might take advantage of, like, screen nukes and that kind of thing, but majority of the upgrades I wanted I already have, so you'll see with, like, there's a move called the cannonball, which if you jump in the air and hold the attack button, instead of doing that punch animation, basically what will happen is that he'll just roll up in a ball, and, kind of just hurl towards whatever he's locked onto. And it really is, like, useful, and it deals a ton of damage, so. There's also the air dash, which comes in handy for, like, gaining some extra distance with jumps and stuff. If you're just short of getting to where you need to go on a building or something like that, the air dash really does help. So, but yeah, I don't imagine that there will be a stream, like, series after this. We'll see. If I decide to do, like, I don't know, a Grey Hulk run, a Joe Fixit run or something, then, I might do that and, play through the game again. I don't know. But, yeah, so for this part, mainly, it's just going to be doing all the tutorial stuff. All of the we're just doing the 3 training exercises, which they're not very long as is, so, but it does help with, like, getting used to other mechanics while running, learning how to use your jumps, and doing certain attacks and stuff with enemies. The next one involves the next one is just mainly for, like, using environmental objects and stuff, or at least part of it, because it's also after a wall running stuff. But yeah, I remember I spent a very long time in this kind of tutorial world when I was a kid, because all I felt like doing was just smashing stuff, which you do, like, what you want to do as the Hulk, right? So, the fact that, you had no health, you had no way of dying here, it just was good. What I also like, too, is that you can also come back here for, like, when you buy certain moves from the item shop, or whatever you want to call it, but basically what happens is, like, it'll give you an option if you want to use a tutorial for certain moves or whatnot, so, So if you want to, I don't know, learn how to do certain moves, you can come back to here. And also, like, if you need a refresher, then you can just replay the certain tutorials. So it really is all helpful. And, yeah, I dig it. This game I dig super, super much. Loving it. Also, you'll notice that when you complete these tutorials, you unlock comic book covers. We are not going for the comic covers. This is just straightforward. This is, for the most part, it's just a straightforward playthrough. But I will show off. I will show off some of the unlockable stuff you can get from from the comics and whatever. Like, there's a comic cover, like, there's actual comic covers that you can look at, but, like, you can unlock certain costumes. Like, Joe Fixit is one of the costumes you can get. Trying to see what else there is. You know, you can unlock damage buffs and health stuff, like I, you know, have unlocked already. And will be using later. And then you can also unlock a bunch of weird stuff, like having inflatable gorillas all over the map. And also you can play the game in different filters and stuff. It's weird, but like it is kind of cool in retrospect. So it is definitely something we're gonna show off when we get to the extras section of the video. But yeah, so besides this wall running, we also have the other part of this tutorial is weaponizing. So you can take missile packs, cars, whatever you need to. You can even do it for like a wrecking ball and stuff. You can use that to your advantage as just a weapon to battle against the military and stuff. And it is actually really cool, the kind of stuff that you can weaponize. Like the missiles are really cool. The boxing gloves with your cars is nice. You can make a shield out of like buses and stuff, or any like larger vehicle. You can use tanks as like baseball bats, and you know, there's a lot there. Yeah. Anyway, we're done with the tutorial. Get that last comic there.
Turn a vehicle into a pair of metal gauntlets. Press the special button to demonstrate.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm sticking around here. We're gone. Hulk is finished with this tutorial. I remember being terrified of these loading screens when I was a kid. It's just so, like, it's just ominous and unsettling. I don't even know what key he hit there to activate the call. Yeah, so we got Bruce Banner, played by Neil McDonough, who's you know as Damien Dark from, or no, yeah, Damien Dark from like the Arrowverse, and he's in the MCU he plays oh god, Dum Dum Dugan. I think Bruce Banner is probably my favorite role of his, because he's reprising it from the 90s animated series, which is good. Well, the first season is. The second season's weird, so. And Ron Perlman as Emil Blonsky is great stuff too. And that is it for the first part of Hulk Ultimate Destruction. I'm actually really excited to come back and play this again. Hopefully it goes a lot smoother this time than it did last. Well, mainly just for like the second half of the game is what I'm more so worried about than the first. Because the first half is pretty easy and you can breeze by it like super quick. So, but yeah, we'll get to that in due time. But until then, you know, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, all that fun stuff if you're new. Have a great night. Thank you all so much for watching. And of course, don't forget to take care of yourselves and also watch some of my other videos. Because why not? You like Spider-Man, you like Batman, don't you? Why not watch Mario? Anyway, see ya.